Good morning. Made some observations over the weekend. Good morning. Youngstown. Whenever Youngstown in the building, it's Corey. Whenever Chicago in the building, it's Ken Intelligent. I gotta get Ken Intelligent a moderator situation. Let me see something. Ken Intelligent, you the first moderator that I ever had in my whole history of this shit. Boom, 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 boom. Alexandria in the building. Yeah, Ken, I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. I'm gonna let you rock out, man, for about a week. See what it's hitting for, and if not, gonna take your wrench back. Good morning, everybody. I made some observations over the weekend, watching some videos and shit, man. And Snow Billy don't seem to be letting up. He said Philly getting a dribble right. Snow Billy don't seem to be letting up, man. He's convinced about whom he is, and it seemed like Lancaster by way of Chester. It seemed like nobody really challenging him all like that. He said, "Free Snow Billy." Snow Billy locked up. I was listening to some of his. They're everywhere. He got a billion fucking videos, lives out, and one thing I know is that when a nigga start talking money, when a nigga start talking big money shit, niggas who don't have none, they pipe down and shit. You feel me? Snow Billy talk a lot of live shit to these niggas, man, and they don't seem to. They reactions don't seem right to me and shit. Their reactions don't seem right to me. Was you and Snow Billy beefing? Nah, I can't beef with that nigga. That nigga's not on my level and shit. I'm talking about him in terms of what's going on online right now and shit. He said Snow needs a podcast. Yeah, he probably do good at podcasting. Um, I noticed that, I don't know. Seemed like he carries some type of status over the rest of these niggas, man. Like the shirt. Like the shirt. Thank you. You can cop one. They for sale. It's my latest print, black and gold, like the Saints. Peace. He need to slow down. He gonna get sent back to the Bing. What about Shotty? Will he be protected behind the wall? I didn't know. I didn't know men needed protection in jail and shit. I did my whole bid. Nobody protected me. He said they really don't. They shot him in the head, bruh. He said, is Gully bulking up or these tees shrinking in size? Been putting in that work in the gym. You know what it is. Yeah, I was listening to Snow Billy's, one of Snow Billy's many fucking lives. Just all over. They flooded the internet. And the way that he be talking and shit, man, it seemed like there's some credibility behind it. I gotta admit. I looked at the situation with Mano. He kind of like pressing the issue and shit. Like he's standing by that. He didn't back down off of that, and not even a little bit. Um, in my opinion, it seems like in years past, whenever somebody challenged Mano like that, he reacted aggressively as well and shit. He said, Bullets Gotti got a video about me. Everybody who wants some views got a video about me. I'm the shit. Now we all know where 69 get his talent from. I don't know. We can call it trolling, man, because he approaching, guys who carry a pretty much authentic reputation with him and shit. He said, Gully, you talk to Bridge? Nah, my man. I manage T Tops. I mean, I said T Top. I manage Briz Rothstein's producer, P.A. Dre. So we got, somebody that stands between us. It's nothing to get in contact with him. I asked Dre, yo, ask your man, do we want to get on the platform and speak about what happened? No response. I have a relationship with T Top. I got in his DM right after that shit happened. I'm like, yo, let's get on live, man. Tell these people, get these people your take on what happened. In my opinion, it didn't look to me like T Top was it didn't look to me that he was scared. It looked like to me um he didn't react right away. I believe mainly because it was Murder Mook. I know T Top and Murder Mook got a relationship. Yeah, T Top and Mook have a relationship, so he didn't immediately react. By the time he might have felt he could react, break it up, because he wasn't gonna throw no punches. Try to separate them. The stage started to shift. You know what I mean? This nigga big. This a big nigga. You know what I mean? So his balance ain't the best. We got the pushing and shit. The nigga crumbled, and we never seen him no more. People seem like people expected him to hop in that shit and get to throwing punches and shit like that. T Top not trying to fight Murder Mook. T Top not, and it's not no he's scared of him, punk, none of that shit. These guys T Top grew up watching Murder Mook battle and shit. These guys got relationships. Bridge shouldn't have brought that energy to the whole battle, but that ain't the topic right now. Shit, we'll fuck with it a little bit. Do you think Mbrack real? Of course he's real. Why wouldn't he be real? He got his own. He got his own company popping online and shit. He wears his own name brand across his chest. Um, yeah, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. He said Mook swung and faded into the background. Whatever it was, I just know that T Top and Mook didn't come to the battle with no ill feelings or malice towards each other. And even though Briz is a partner, I don't know why people expected him to turn into King Kong and jump in the middle of that shit like that. So, he said Briz with the extra stuff. He said Calico Peoples was deep. I'll tell you something else about Mook that I know. Mook is from like 116th Street, between 112th and 116th Street in Harlem. Mook's background, as far as where he's from, the people that will come to his battles, the people that be around him, it's my opinion. They're a little bit realer than the rest of the crowd that hangs amongst the battle rappers. Mook grew up, in the proximity of the No Fear gang, 116th Street, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so when Mook comes to the battles, Mook gonna have the hood with him. Believe that. But yeah, I reached out to T Top and that nigga he Top left me. He left me on scene and shit. He normally don't leave me on scene. Normally we talk. I got his number somewhere. I probably could call him direct, but it seemed like he don't. Everybody can't handle when the internet turns malicious. Everybody can't handle that. I seen like 500 people. Oh, T Top didn't do nothing. What did y'all expect him to do and shit? 112th Street, No Fear. Okay, well yeah, Mook background a little bit more authentic than the rest of a lot of the battle rappers and shit. So, hey, man, how come you never got Molly G talk about the JD punch? He did talk about it on here. He said he'll pop out later. I believe about it on my platform, man. I ain't concerned with nobody else shit. He said Snow Billy, get back on topic. Yeah, what I was saying in regards to Snow Billy and shit is he's been ranting for like a year. He's been trying to convince us that he's this super gangster for like a year. And he been doing it so much that I don't too much continue to watch his vlogs and live, but I watched a couple yesterday. And I know the truth when I hear it. And I don't pay attention to what Snow Billy says out of his mouth. I pay attention to the people that he's saying it to or he's saying it around, and I check their reaction. It seemed like he got a little bit more leverage. He seemed like he got a little bit more. He definitely an actor, and he definitely get on here and act animated. I think for the course of keeping somebody engaged and watching his little vlogs and shit, but he seems to me like he has a little bit more credibility than everybody else. He says sad the Treyway kid got 15 years, but we all go through it. What's the word now? Love from Bushwick BK. I don't even know who that is. I only know about love from Marcy and shit. Y'all next vlog on my motherfucking on my PC right there and fine tuning it. How much time 69 getting? I don't know. Put it this way: they gave Kwame Kilpatrick 28 years and he didn't hurt nobody. Um, wasn't no drugs involved, no fentanyl, no none of that shit. They gave him 20 years, 28 years. They gave Shotty 15. Hmm. Shout out to the whole Detroit. We got to support Kwame Kilpatrick. We got to get to holler in his name a little bit more. We got to let these people know that there's some urgency behind him reestablishing his freedom and liberation. He need to be out here. They gave him too much time. It's not a matter of whether he's guilty or innocent. They gave him too much time. Um, the same shit that they did with Meek Mills, the sentencing reform. Uh, some shit just happened for a homeboy in DC, Halim Flowers, and his homeboy who was also in the Thug Life in DC documentary. They took both of them niggas' life sentences back. They need to give Kwame Kilpatrick some relief as well. Shit. He said, "What's the charges on Kwame? He got a RICO case like the mafia and shit." Would you be talking about $2 million deals? Shotty claims he did not cooperate. We shouldn't worry ourselves about whether or not what he did or not. They got ways. The system didn't adapt it. The system didn't adapt it. The system has ways of concealing wrongdoing now. They can't continue to operate a system where their informants, the people who cooperated, are uncovered, are discovered, identified. You know what I mean? It'll be very hard to convince any new snitches and informants. It's very hard to convince them to come work for Team America if the last 10-15 motherfuckers got exposed and shit. So they done worked and figured out ways to keep these people and their cooperation clandestine and shit. Promise you. Carl Harrison. It's crazy he got 188 months for the RICO Act when it starts at 25 to life. It just didn't make sense to me and shit. Especially being in a leadership position. Imagine somebody being in a leadership position of a gang indictment, going into the court telling the judge, we don't bend, we don't fold, none of that shit. and then turn around and getting a smack on the 15 years for that shit that they was involved in. That's light. Only way, and I'll stand by saying it's light. If he don't have any priors, if Shotty don't have no real significant prior criminal history, then that could be why he only got 15. But aside from that, it's still some. It still look funny. Kwame Kilpatrick got 28 motherfucking years, and I know he didn't have no priors. Shotty never had no time, no record, no priors. That could be it. That could be why he only had 15. He probably ain't never been in no trouble for real. James Hudson, I'm familiar with that, but that was never proved. You go to interview God, Sham God. I've reached out to him. I reached out to a couple people from the NBA. They coming. It seemed like they checking me out and trying to decide am I worthy of it. You know, they be seeing me in rec and shit online. These people are public figures, deal with professionals. They probably don't want to all the way align themselves with a platform like this. But this is Gully TV and shit. Everything on this platform gonna be abrasive and against the grain, straight up. Never been a convicted felon, and if he did state feds different, it would still be his first time in the feds because the state don't count. But yeah, that's why he got the minute. Everyone is saying, even authorities are saying, Shotty's the first to cooperate. Um, oh no. His son wrote Donald Trump for a pardon. Something Obama should have gave him because he was back. He backed Obama on his presidential run. Hmm. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if this your first time attending any of my lives. We get it in over here. This is called the dribble and shit. You think T.I. told? I don't know, man. I don't care. That shit old. It got nothing to do with music, man. I mean, my opinion is this. To people who put out an air of I'll never tell, I'm gangster killer, da, 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 and then they tell, it's a story in that I think is funny and ironic and shit. You dig what I'm saying? Aside from that, it don't have nothing to do with music. 6ix9ine gonna come back and have a music career. He might not be embraced by the hip hop community, but he gonna come out. He got the tats on his face already. Color his hair. Put some jewelry on. Start jumping up and down, doing his head like this. He's a rock star. Straight up. It's gonna continue. Snow Billy, I looked at the video that Mano did with Queen's Flip. I guess it was his Queen's Flip approached Mano with the Snow Billy issue. Of course, Mano was already aware of it. It's all over the internet. And I listened to Mano's response. It didn't seem like the way he normally approaches issues and shit. It seemed like he was a little nonchalant with Snow Billy and shit. That's what it seemed like to me. How y'all feel about it? The hip hop community will embrace Tekashi 69. He said facts. Yeah, it seemed like Mano was kind of like laid back in his response. I don't know, maybe it was because he was dropping the album that week or whatever, but I don't know. He said, "You right, didn't get all tough with Snow." Yeah. He said he didn't do all that woofing. Did y'all peep that? I'm checking it out. I'm like, maybe this nigga Snow Billy is a gorilla. Maybe this nigga is a fucking gorilla. I don't know. I mean, he said Mano seemed like he just wants Snow Billy to go away. He said, nah, Snow Billy really rolls with some serious goons. He said he got real wolfy with Lil C's. Yeah, he got real rowdy with C's. Snoop Dogg says Nipsey Hussle was a direct descendant from Haile Selassie. He looked like him. He looked like he could favor him. He said, Gully, you remember you snapped on Snow Billy? I was one of the first people to go through it with him, and that video was old as a motherfucker. And the more shit that he get into online, the more people go back and watch that video. People go to that video, and the first thing they start talking about is the vest I got on. That's a Vinny Chase design. That was designed by Vinny Chase. Give me this much credit. Me and Chase start wearing them. Me and Chase start wearing them fashion. He designed them. We start wearing them fashion vests before everybody else. Now you see everybody running around with them on. Some branding made them, got their name plastered across of them, shot. Some old Scott shot. I don't know who it was and shit, but we was the first to play them, man. Now everybody got them. He said they made mad money from the vest. Yeah, the vest popping now and shit. Get the dirty blood dude up out of here. What dirty blood dude? I want to see what Mano say on Queens. Flip the script. Yeah, me too. They cashed Stephon Clark family out 2.4 million. That's what's up. Um, while we all here, I want to make it a point of saying we need to acknowledge what the fuck is going on in the Bahamas and shit. Those people over there look just like us. A lot of people died over the weekend due to that storm. I mean, I know we be wrapped up in what we be doing on here and shit, but I watch the news every day. Probably like 60% of my day is spent watching the news, world news and shit like that. Some heavy shit went down in the world this weekend, yo. I'm telling y'all, some real heavy shit went down this weekend, man. Uh, I was listening to some people speak about it, right? And there seems to be a theory developing that somebody wanted those people's land in the Bahamas and these different tropical regions who got wiped out. All they everything, man, the infrastructure got wiped out. Um, some people seem to think that it was a part of a larger plan to come back and corporately build these islands and shit like that. Word. Yeah, with the man-made hurricanes and shit. He said resorts coming. Wow. 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 Devilish. Devilish. He said life goes on. Yeah, but generations of people got washed away and shit. You know what I mean? They underreporting the casualties on the news. I heard it's probably like more like 80 people, 80, 90 people like just missing and shit. You know what I mean? And the news are reporting that it happened like this. He said over 100 died. They haven't said that publicly, have they? He said it was black people who own that land. Facts. Facts. Said people so blind. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that we be absorbed and our attention focuses on in the urban media world, there's shit that's going on in the real world that applies to us too and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Those people in those islands, the Mizar people, they look just like us. They just got off the boat. They got off the slave ship before us. He said, I heard it was over 100 24 hours after the storm hit, but the news saying only 5 casualties. We can't believe that. That can't be. That can't be accurate. Man-made storms. He said they don't broadcast it. He said everything is caused by the Son of Man. Whoa. If this your first time here, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is shaking like a motherfucker, yo. It ain't how many follows, it's who follows. Go look at the people who follow me. Go look at all them blue check niggas, all them executives, all them big wigs, all them NBA legends and shit. Go check out the niggas that follow the dribble. The real Gully TV. Trump said drop. Yo, that nigga Trump. You got all kind of archaeologists and shit mad at Trump. This nigga called himself predicting the storm. He was tweeting out directives on what to do when the storm came. This nigga was tweeting bad information about the storm. This motherfucker ain't got no expertise. This motherfucker ain't got no expertise in weather broadcasting and shit. This nigga tweeting out his opinionated information on the storm. I was watching the news. Man, this motherfucker got all kind of people mad at him. Like, yo, man, what the fuck is he doing, man? He can't be doing that. He giving out bad info. Oh, my goodness. Black people run the Bahamas. Ain't no white police officer, white owners of stores, black people. They own money. Maybe that's why they got hit with the storm, y'all. He says, snorted a line of all his, he snorted a line and all of a sudden he the weatherman. Oh, shit. You all dislike Trump because he makes blacks work and avoid handouts they were given from Obama. I don't got nothing against Trump, even though I found out he didn't write the book that made me like him. It was called The Art of the Deal. I read that in jail. Niggas that was doing time in the 80s and 90s that was going to the library in jail. If a nigga seen a Donald Trump book, autobiography, niggas read that shit. You ask around. Niggas read that Donald Trump shit. But anyway, I like him. I like what he represents. I don't need no body to show me love. You know what I'm saying? If it's been 500 years of black people being mistreated, called niggas, showed, giving their ass to kiss, Donald Trump ain't doing nothing pioneering. So people scream, oh, he racist. And what about the last 500 years? What about the last 40, 50 presidents and shit? Like, goddamn. The shit that he do, he's a cowboy and shit. He cracks me up. He tickles me to death. He do shit. He's lawless. I heard Tesla and Figaro say this. If Donald Trump was black, he'd be 50 Cent. If Trump was black, he'd be hilarious. He'd be 50 Cent. He'd be the biggest troll. This motherfucker done said something about a little bit of everybody. What he told Steph Curry and them, I didn't want you niggas at the White House anyway. Oh, shit. He said Trump is 69 on the low. Whatever he is, man. He's funny as hell to me. I think black people should prepare themselves, protect themselves, finance themselves, find ways to finance themselves. When I listen to people, when I say, when I ask people what they got about Trump, what they got against Trump, and they say, well, he trying to cut out welfare, or he trying to do this, or he trying to, everything that niggas need, take that shit away. Take that shit away, Don, so they can start building businesses. Force these niggas to save money and build businesses. Grow crops. Take all of the enablers. We've been given too many enablers. You know, all of these different crutches and shit. Why we deserve all these fucking crutches and shit. Make our mighty people stand on their own and shit. You know, fuck a handout. So yeah, Snow Billy. Either Snow Billy's a hell of an actor, or he really got something going on that a lot of us don't know about. We'll see. He said the Democrats won't let that happen though. They enablers too. We don't have to be a part of the Democratic Party. We don't have to be a part of the Democratic Party. We don't. Who said we got to be a part of the Democratic Party? He said 50 Cent said Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. That's his opinion. Mike Jack couldn't hoop. Mike Jack couldn't hoop. He said both are awesome. I grew up in the Michael Jackson era. Think I don't know about Mike Jack? Shout out to Grand Pooba. Grand Pooba said he gonna get with me, about to pop his head out. He coming. He said they said that Prince could hoop. Yeah. Donald Trump said somebody was attacking him about a month ago. Donald Trump said, man, don't believe nothing these guys say. I know these guys. I know these guys from back in the day in New York. They're all con artists. Al Sharpton. he said he know Al Sharpton from the old racket. Yo. Then I Googled some pictures, right? I Googled some pictures. Guess what pops up? A picture of Al Sharpton, Donald Trump, and Don King. 3 of the greasiest niggas alive. All in one picture looking like the Rat Pack. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He said, I know these guys. They're con artists. He said, I know them back in the day. He said, I know these niggas. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Said, I know these niggas, man. That shit was funny as hell, man. Motherfuckers don't be laughing at Trump shit, man. Come on, man. This motherfucker came in the office and said he gonna build a wall. Oh, that shit hilarious. Motherfucker, you only can serve 2 terms. You only can serve your couple of terms, motherfucker, then you go. You think you go. This motherfucker came in for his little terms, so he gonna build him a wall around the U.S. This motherfucker crazy. He's bugging. Them fucking concentration camps, that shit need to be investigated. Where he's separating the babies from their families and shit. That shit need to be investigated and flipped over. But yo, man, this dude's bugging, man. He said he gonna build a wall in Mexico, gonna pay for it. That nigga crazy, man. He said Obama held kids at intermittent camps when he was president, Fort Still in Oklahoma. Talk about it. Obama built them first. 2014. Y'all share this live and shit. Y'all like the video, man. It's almost 500 people in here and shit. Y'all won't even like the video. The video puts likes in the search engines and shit. He said, "I'll be out the lagoon, huh?" Man, they got the place. They got a place for goons, man. Niggas need to admit that. Niggas need to admit that. My opinion on Al Bial and shit. I always thought he was a live wire and shit. You could look at his eyes and shit. Al Bial eyes, they just something about his eyes. He looked like a skits. He looked like he a wild out and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got a place for you. They got a place for you. It costs money to sort that shit out. He said he always been on go. Yeah. He bugging, man. He said he smoked that Jersey City wet. He said I knew Al dad. He was a live wire. Antonio Brown got a YouTube page. Antonio Brown and the Patriots. I think the United States got stock invested in the New England Patriots. They just get away with too much shit, yo. They get away with too much. Is the Dak stack for them or what? What the fuck? Tell you what's gonna happen with Antonio Brown. You heard it here first. He not gonna perform. All of this shit that he doing, all this showing out that he doing, he not gonna perform. He not gonna get busy. Watch. D-Bag's gonna be on that nigga ass. D-Bag's gonna be on his ass. This nigga ain't getting shit on me. Fuck that. Who this nigga think he is? This motherfucker holding out, doing all this crazy shit like he fucking Michael Jordan. D up. Watch. He said how they get AB hours after he got cut. Maybe he was a free agent, free to sign with who he want. He over there now, ain't he? He said AB gonna put up numbers. Is he? Brady gonna light it up with him? I got a feeling he gonna get hurt. Some shit like that. I'm not burning bread on him, and I don't wish that on him, but I don't think he's gonna have no good season and shit. Whenever Terrell Owens was showing his ass, would he have a good season? T.O. used to be clowning like this too. Whenever Terrell Owens used to be showing his ass, did he have a good season? He gradually moved his ass on out the league. He got to grasp the offense. He might be like Ocho Cinco. He said AB won't learn the playbook just like Chad Johnson did. Yes, I was the first to speak on Snow Billy. I reposted videos on my IG page. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, The Real Gully TV. You don't want to miss. I be putting a lot of content on there, and I be having a lot of lives on there that you might not get a chance to catch on over here on YouTube. Sometimes I upload them. A lot of times I don't. Good morning to everybody that's here. He said they're receiving corpses lethal now. I know. Edelman, they gonna do their thing. They already sunk in. We gonna see. Simple and plain. Hit that like button. It's free. My man said hit that free like button. Y'all like free shit, don't y'all? Go on and get y'all some likes, man. He said Hassan bugging out on Buster. What he talking about now? Hassan is just Hassan's all over the place, man. He has no discretion, man. What exactly is it that is it what does he do? What is he, what did he profess to be a professional at? When he log on, when he get on his platform, what he serving? I don't get it. He said you talked about Briz and Mook. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get one of them niggas. I know all of them niggas. I'm gonna try to get them on here. Try to get them on here, or they more than likely be on Instagram Live. That's why I told y'all to follow me on IG. Um, T Top, Mook. I know every one of them except for Calico. And I ain't got Mook number right now, but everybody else I got a number on, and I'll see what happens. You said, Gully, are you saying you changed your mind initially what you thought of Snow Billy? Nah, he's a clown. He's a clown, but he got some type of leverage on the rest of these niggas. It seems to me. He keeps going on with it. Maybe, yeah, he keeps going. Maybe he's trying to sell us something, but he keeps going on and on with it. And I don't really see anybody attacking the credibility of the shit that he's saying all like that. You know what I mean? Somebody might say something about him, like he got yapped in Comstock or some shit like that, but he got something on these niggas, man. When I see Mano's reaction to him, I said, I just feel Mano's reaction to him was a little different than his normal reaction to, aggression or whatever. It seemed like he was a little bit casual about the Snow Billy situation. Hassan give us his point of view and how to change numbers. Other bloggers still saying to me they say the same stuff. Gotcha. My OG from the Bronx saying Snow is official. Majestic Allah, right? I appreciate you for interviewing Kwame. We gotta. I want y'all all, everybody that's here. I appreciate if y'all share that Kwame Kilpatrick video on Twitter and Facebook, shit like that. He need to be heard. They locked him up. He in a hole right now. When they get to taking you to segregation in the federal system, they'll start sending you around to different jails and shit. So he might have been shipped from the jail he was at. I don't know where he at right now, but his family contacted me and told me that they locked him up, and he needs to be heard. He still wants to be heard and shit. He said Calico gave an interview about the fight on 15. Mook ain't swing on Math, Arsenal, Cassidy, but he wants to swing when he got a real respect to goon like Calico on his side for the night. Math, Arsenal, and Cassidy, they didn't. I don't think they made any physical contact with Mook. You could see Briz visibly like bumped him, bumped him, for it to turn into an exchange like that. And whoever swung first, that's based on, I don't know, instinct. Day and Briz is a lot smaller than Mook as far as his frame and shit. Allegedly, Math. I heard about that. He said Aver bump Mook, no sauce. Battle rap is poison. So what y'all saying? Calico being up there with him, it took him over the edge. He said, "Briz disrespected." Whenever whenever somebody bring a physical altercation or anything physical to a battle rap event, I feel the person that bring the aggression lost already, and in their mind they lost already. Because if you got some shit for a nigga ass, if you got some shit that you want to spit for a nigga ass, you gonna just sit there like, man, go ahead, get your shit. I can't just wait until my turn. You're not gonna be up there bumping and doing none of that. It's like throwing the fight type shit. Briz and T Top got off their first round, but it was what was said to Mook from Briz that shifted the battle. Somebody just shout out to my man Kent from Chicago. My first moderator in the chat here and shit. He sent me those battles. I gotta go back and watch those joints and see what T Top and Briz said in the first round. Maybe something triggered Mook. But whatever the case, I seen him physically bump Mook. And Mook, a veteran battle rapper, man, he not about to let no one of these new guys do that to him like that. He's not. He's not accepting that. He done been through a whole bunch of shit in battle rap. He not about to let no new nigga do that. He not doing that. He said no bump, no fight. I totally agree. If he didn't bump him, we would have got a whole battle. We'd have been going off the battle. First bar shifted the whole battle. Mook had to take a seat for a sec. They start off the round talking about the dead mom. Who would do some stupid shit like that? Who would bring some shit? That's tasteless. That's classless. Like who would do some shit? That shit corny. Was the fans expected to laugh at that shit, or was that expected to impress the shit? Who would find that shit impressive? The grab warranted the punch. Papa Large the Don. Yeah, I do that sneaker shit. Thank you. I think I think they need to start regulating how many people be on a stage. I think it should be like a cap on the people that's gonna be on the stage. The battle rapper and five people, five people, his five supporters, his guys, whatever, five. That's cool. On the other side, the battle rapper and his five people, whatever. That's cool. You got 12 people on the stage. You got 12 people, that's 12 people on the stage right there. And then you got Smack. It may be a sponsor who can stand off. But putting a big ass mob of people on a stage like that for no reason and shit, that shit that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster on the strength of niggas up there with $800 sneakers on and shit. It's too many fucking people up here. You know what I mean? Niggas getting their shoes stepped on and shit like that. Like you need space. It's a recipe for disaster, and you see what happened and shit. He said they sell stage tickets. They gotta clean it up. He said Smack needs to refine his business model and hire real security. I agree. He said Honor Rogers be gassing bars anyway. 3 to 5 from each crew should be on stage. Yeah, 3 to 5. What you need all them niggas up there for and shit? When niggas used to battle on Smack, it was a circle. And the two battlers would be in the middle and shit. Gilly and Cassidy gonna be an issue at the battle. This is where the elevation happens in the battle off of incidents like this. Yeah, something gonna change. If you're not rapping, get off the stage. It's still a security issue. So yeah, they need to change the format of the whole situation. I appreciate y'all for coming through this morning. I'm about to wrap it up. Follow me on Instagram, The Real Gully TV. If this your first time tuning into my live in the morning, hit the bell so you get the notification and subscribe to The Real Gully TV. You dig? Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter back active. It was not inactive, but I've been putting some emphasis on it because I'm trying to I'm holding this flag, this Free Kwame Kilpatrick flag, and this is a global issue and shit. Everybody need to know about this. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna try to catch up with some of those battle rappers that we talked about, see if we get a first-hand account of what's going on. And that's all I have for now. Peace.